Hello viewers, I'm SB and welcome back to Galaxy Outlaw. So I spent, I don't know, like 20 minutes out mining, picked up a bunch of garbage, but also all of the obtainium that we need, and I'd like to think I got a lot faster at it as time went on. So if we need to do any mining in the future, hopefully it won't be such a slog as I try to, like, position the turret and then switch to the turret, and Juno is now a proficient miner, and that's still not going to be how we make the majority of our money. So, right now, we're about to jump out to Taggart, because Taggart is where we need to turn in a couple of our things, and then we're back on the mission. I didn't want to turn anything in off camera. Just in, I don't know, nothing's going to happen. I suppose I could have, but I decided not to anyway. Is this the one? Yeah, Taggart, okay. Right, autopilot inhibited because I'm 8 feet from the jump gate. That makes sense.
Destination reached.
You know what? We can fiddle with the radio a little bit. We've listened to the stinger for a while.
Anything worth a listen?
Juno's very judgmental about the radio station. Okay, so we got some envelopes to deliver. There we go. Envelopes and obtainium, and then we're gonna have a whole bunch of money, and I'm not 100% sure what we're doing with it. Oh, do we still need the hull plating?
Autopilot disengaged by craft proximity.
That's a pretty big craft right there. Does it? Oh, you know what? Actually, I think I might not have any hold space. Oh, that's a police frigate. I don't want to get involved in this. We're just gonna steer wide around.
Your assistance would be appreciated, citizen.
Nah, listen, everybody wants things.
Autopilot disengaged by craft proximity.
I think this might still be that we might have just gotten pulled out of the edge of that same fight. I'm really just trying to get to where I'm going. Apparently the turret wants to participate though. I don't know, maybe the smart move would have been to get a mining laser installed in one of the front gun slots.
Right into this whenever you feel like it.
Yeah, that guy kind of sounds like Gibraltar. Ooh, there is a pirate. Wow, look at that. That thing is just packed with value. Hold on a second. Oh, there is space in my cargo hold. All right, let's cause some trouble. Give me a read. What are we looking at here? Velius. Okay, so nothing big outside of the freighter. Let's just start at the edge. Yeah, maybe I should have gotten a mining laser on the front of the ship and gotten a second tracer turret instead of doing it the way I did do it. It would be way easier to mine that way, and also the automatic murder capabilities of the ship would be higher, but that does somewhat reduce our ability to focus our fire, because I don't know if there's a way to make the turret pay attention to my current target or not. I think it just kind of does whatever it wants to do. I don't know. Actually, I bet there is a button for that, because they really do give you a lot of controls in here. We got them under control. Only one of them thinks that they can target me. I don't think that I would... Listen, I'm not trying to criticize their tactics or anything. I'm not saying that I am the greatest space fighter of all time. Although, I mean, I think you could make an argument based on the number of people that we've killed versus the number of people that have killed us.
I was hoping some easy prey would wander by.
But what I'm saying is, I don't know if it makes a lot of sense to warn your target when you swap over onto them. Like, you maybe want them to be unaware as long as possible.
Hell, this is a shit show.
So yeah, this really has not gone the way you were hoping.
This is far too easy.
Missile inbound.
any of those mercs still alive? I think they might have all died.
Juno,
This point-
are you blind?
At this point, we're not saving anybody. We're just causing trouble. But, you know, causing trouble has been lucrative for us in the past. I think that freighter might be shooting at us with mining lasers.
You will regret that.
Which at first sounds like, oh, you know, that's not a real weapon system. That's not what those are for. But, like, if you think about it for a moment, actually kind of a terrifying idea. There's still a couple of these guys out here. Man. And one of the mercs has survived. I think I'm going to try to just take on the freighter.
Gotcha.
Point me at him. We're getting through.
Gonna go your way.
It sure doesn't look like we're breaching the hull at all, though. Yeah, maybe we can't actually damage this thing? Maybe it's just got too much... I mean, we can see the hull stripping off, but it's not showing any damage on the scope. We're definitely shooting at the unshielded side. Oh, I'm gonna move a little bit here. It managed to roll enough to get its turret pointed at us.
Whistle away.
Alright. Let's just grab all the contraband we can. We'll figure stuff out later. Figure out exactly what we want to keep later. Let's try not to let this thing get a posthumous victory against us. Alright, some more bioweapons. I mean, I'm pretty sure we already have some in the hold, so... What's a couple more? And then, like, Void and Skag, we can sometimes actually find buyers for. Turns out people love recreational chemistry. Ooh, human transplants. That right there is some valuable cargo. Way too valuable to not pick up. Stolen freight, on the other hand, can go to hell.
Got it.
Alright.
Craft entering the area.
Remains to be seen whether we're actually going to end up making much money off of all that effort, but probably worth the time.
Destination reached.
Plus, it's fun to blow up freighters. They blow up very attractively. That thing almost just crashed right into us. It's just fun to see a big explosion. One of those simple joys of video games that apparently I'm never going to
Coming
outgrow.
into dock.
Mission complete. Cargo removed.
Alright, that was a considerable amount of money. Excuse me, I cannot seem to get my throat clear. Actually, my throat is probably 100% clear, but I have a thing that makes it feel like it's not sometimes. Okay, so we got that Duratanium armor. Our weapons are worked out-ish. What else could we install here? We could expand the cargo hold. We could improve the afterburner? Yeah, maybe. You go up to an injection burner Mark II of 2K. It's a lot. That's a considerable amount faster. Takes us down to 20 seconds of full tachyon gunfire. Actually, it doesn't look like it changes the power draw much at all. I can't figure out that bar. See, it shows 20 seconds of linked fire when we have either of these selected, but their power draw is actually pretty different. Alright. Well, let's upgrade it. even faster means we can avoid dealing with other ships even better. We still have power plants that we can jump up to. We can fix our power supply. We can upgrade the radar. Yeah, there's like just a lot of stuff you can do. So what we have here is locking capability. You can step up to color coding. I'm assuming that's like an IFF thing. Providing per weapon ITTS support. I don't... What? Hold on. Does one of these make it clear what ITTS stands for? Yeah, the Ranger LS3 has that friend or foe capability. ITTS just locking? No, it's not. Color coding and locking and multi-weapon ITTS support. I mean, it sounds like a good thing. This is the best one, so... What the hell? We're just gonna figure it out. Higher power draw from this, too. We're probably looking at upgrading the power plant soon. We got that fancy radar. I don't even know what it does. At some point, it makes sense to upgrade the cargo hold. Throw in some of these hidden components, or hidden compartments. And I don't know, maybe that would have been a smart thing to do here since we have so much illegal garbage on our ship, but do we need to now that we're so much better at running from the cops? Ooh, check that out. Explosives way above market. Also, counterfeit goods. Just goods in general. The important thing is that they be counterfeit. And sell off some skag here. Or some void, rather. Obviously, they wouldn't take skag. Come on, these are respectable people. Okay, we made a pretty good... Ooh. Oh no, they would buy grill whiskey. Right, we're gonna have to go get some grill whiskey. Okay. We could do that on the way back. I'm feeling really good about our ship right now. Like, extremely good about our ship. Let's see if the mission board has anything interesting headed back in the direction we're headed in. And not working for the police. The Hampton system is in the wrong direction. That's what I thought. Well, there's a mercenary guild here. Or a merchant's guild, rather. Can check their board as well. Cargo run out to Montana. It's a little awkward. Find 16 units of steel. Sounds like a tough one. Go and fight dudes. I don't really want to go fight dudes. I wanna leave. I just want to get paid while leaving. Run cargo. Man, everybody wants to run stuff out to Hampton. You know, here's the thing. You don't have to pay people to head in the other direction, because everybody wants to go visit Eureka. God, our ship is beautiful. I should paint it out some more. I should maybe... You know what I could do? Alright, I had an idea. I might do a thing before the next episode.
How's business?
Very illegal. How rude of you to ask, frankly. So I gotta go to Missouri. And then the distillery is all the way in Kansas. And we could probably buy, I don't know 100% for sure, because I don't know if we looked, but they gotta sell grill whiskey there, right? Probably where they make it. Yeah, well, we'll jump out to Kansas. So, the Missouri gate.
Destination reached.
Hold on, let me just test something real quick. 660. Okay, it's a little... I believe that's a little faster than we were traveling with the power routed to the engines in full afterburner mode before, I think. Okay, from Missouri to Eureka.
Destination reached.
Wow, it's a very, very quiet journey. Unusually quiet. I wonder if your engines and afterburners and stuff
I'd get hit by a truck.
affect your chance of being interdicted by hostiles. 'Cause it seems like they could, right? Alright, hold on a second. Let me make sure I understand what our missions are here. So this is the one to, yeah, find 10 cases of grill whiskey. Oh yeah, and we gotta go meet Vetter Franks, of course. which is in Discouragement. We have Richtertronics in Colorado, which is kind of in that same direction. Gotta meet Satchel at the Louisiana Jump Gate in New Mexico. And then we still have this thing, but who knows? Maybe some year. Actually, only 7 units. No, we're not getting there. It's it's a long way off.
Autopilot disengaged by craft proximity.
Well, I can't imagine these guys are going to have any human transplants on board. Yeah, you know what? I'm inclined to leave them alone. I don't care at all about that cargo. It's got to be a tense moment, though. They see the gunboat sliding by, and all of a sudden it's like, hey, they're scanning us. What do you think we should do?
By craft proximity.
And I mean, the answer's got to be just don't do anything, stay quiet, and hope that they're very busy. Hope they got other things on their plate. We could just shoot some cops, I guess, just to drive our reputation down. Maybe that would have been worth doing. Alright, and then from here we want to jump out Wichita way, right?
The area.
That's the wrong button. Yep, Kansas. Which one of you jump gates is Kansas? That's New Mexico.
I beseech you, in the name of
This
the Lord,
is the notification for the one we're already at.
service of all humanity.
Get away from this thing a little bit.
Your hearts to the voice.
Where in the hell is the gate? Kansas,
The
okay.
blackness of space has been
Craft inbound.
despoil his creation.
Autopilot disengaged by distress signal.
It's possible we could just pull enough whiskey from robbing people. I mean, that stuff's got to be valuable enough that it gets moved around quite a bit, right? I haven't been paying enough attention to notice if it's a rare bit of cargo or anything. Actually, I wonder how much the shipping lanes are simulated, you know, in the cargo people carry. Not that like they're running big economic simulations, but in the sense that like maybe there are more shipments of whiskey moving through Texas because it would be coming through Kansas, so when they built the encounter table for Texas, they just put a lot of whiskey on it. I don't know. That would be a cool thing for them to have done. It doesn't necessarily mean that it was worth the time, or that it was even good from a gameplay perspective, frankly. My only regret about the Manny Calavera face is that, with it being as white as it is, it doesn't always show up very clearly in the sunlight. You know, I don't really want to get involved in this, is the thing. What's the closest? Okay, the closest station button just highlights. It doesn't, like, call the closest station, it just highlights it.
Somebody help!
I really just don't want to get involved. The thing is, I got places to be, and I'm trying to not be hated universally by all pirates.
Destination reached.
I am under no illusions. Like, once we get our pirate rep going and we're allowed to, like, stop at pirate stations and stuff, which I think will happen, we're still going to get attacked by the vast majority of pirates in the space, is what I was about to say. But, you know, we can have some pirate friends is all. Alright, economy, whiskey distillery. We should all be so lucky. Hell yeah. Ooh, look at that price, too. What did we need? I don't remember already. It was 8 or 10 units, right? Okay. 10 cases, no problem. There's like a really cool feeling to this, like where we actually knew where to get the whiskey. We could plan our route because we had done the recon and stuff. And then I guess there's not really anything else that we want to do here, right? We just want to keep moving. I suppose, now I'm thinking about it, maybe the smart move here would have been to do this on the way back. Because now we have all this garbage in our hold, right? We can probably go back to Eureka right now and just turn this in. I know there's a lot of, like, There's a lot of, like, buffer space at the beginning of this episode. Me just flying around not really accomplishing things. But let's do this so that we can potentially take valuable trade missions. Although, if we're talking about trade missions, hold on.
Dodge sector traffic
I didn't actually check the mission board at the station. May as well do that before we leave. Maybe they'll want us to run things in a direction that is valuable. Because it turns out there are still upgrades that could be made to this ship. Alright, cops got a lot of work for everybody. 3 pirate listening posts for... See, this says authorities request scans of pirate listening posts. It doesn't have the cop symbol on it, but I bet this gives cop rep. Is there a Merchant's Guild here? There is not. There's basically nothing. Alright, well, then I guess we'll just go. I could probably have planned a little bit of a route here. Like, we could fill the hold, almost, with Greel whiskey. And then, in addition to accomplishing our objective, run it out to other places that would pay for it.
Destination reached.
This is maybe worth doing. Maybe at some point I should have built that spreadsheet just to increase the visibility of that data to myself so that we could do that. But hey, that sounds like effort. Not that I'm not willing to put in effort for a video game, because at this point you all know that's not the case. But I prefer, like I said earlier, prefer my efforts to end with an explosion or two. Not really where we'd end up here. But then again, it is basically just like making numbers go up. I do enjoy that as well. Well. Too late now. We've gone too far. This is an issue you run into sometimes playing certain kinds of games on the internet where, like, for the value of making a show about playing video games, you just kind of... You necessarily have to play them differently than people who are just playing them to play them. Hello there. Nanofibers. That sounds valuable. Let's learn about the price of nanofibers.
The Ozark Amphitheater, sponsored by Rust.
This was just not your lucky day.
Here, take it. Just let me be.
Look at that. And they say people in this part of space aren't smart. Man, 4 big cargo containers for that little cargo.
Looks like that's safely in the hold.
Coronas are fairly valuable, if I remember correctly, and then iron ore is pretty much garbage. That's everything, right? Yeah.
Destination reached.
Welcome to Bountiful Vista, the jewel of the Eureka system.
You think anybody else ever comes here yet? I mean, I guess we have the people dropping stuff off for the equipment bay. Okay.
How's it going? Have you got the whiskey? We'll still need Vida on board as well. Oh, the whiskey. Excellent.
That's weird.
How's it going? Excellent. Let me know when you've made an arrangement.
Why can you not just turn in all 10 cases at the same time? That's very strange. Alright, how much were those special missile bays that we were looking at? I was thinking like a swarm launcher could be fun. We could run an image recognition launcher as well, and then we could fire missiles at people when we're not behind them. Damage 425 with considerable range, 1600 speed. Compares very favorably to the heat seekers that we're using now. Yeah, even with 50% hull penetration, these still do more damage against hull than the heat seekers do. And they do crazy damage to shields. Maybe this is what I want instead of a swarm launcher? I mean, maybe not. The swarm launcher is very good. It doesn't say what kind of locking this uses. I guess I'm going to assume that anything that doesn't explicitly say that it works like a heat seeker. You know what? Actually, the heat seeker, this version of the heat seeker doesn't say that either, because it's the special one. All right, we'll save up for swarm launchers then. I like the idea of firing a huge number of, like, pressing that button and just seeing the huge number of missiles projected out the front of the ship. I think that's going to be real fun. So who cares whether it's effective or not? Okay, now to the ass end of space. That's where all of the important work is right now.
Autopilot disengaged by craft proximity.
Probably just confirmation bias, but it does feel okay. There are no craft nearby, and also nothing coming up when I hit next target.
Destination reached.
Sometimes I think our drive computer is just busted. It's just whoever built it did a bad job, or probably whoever programmed it did a bad job. Alright, in the general direction of the mission markers.
Destination reached.
You know what I'd really like is to have a Merchants Guild branch at Bountiful Vista. Well, we'll start stopping off once we're in, like, Louisiana. I don't think we need to... Maybe we can just go fast from here.
Destination reached. Craft inbound.
Okay, is he actually here?
Miss Markev,
There we go.
I appreciate your punctuality.
That's
Great,
me,
sarcastic
punctual.
robots.
So, how are we doing this?
I typically track my marks by hacking jump gates in the relevant regions and siphoning identification codes.
Oh, that's
I have
smart.
a vast library of IDs from suspect individuals. When my mark passes through the system, I receive notification and intercept.
Okay, that sounds easy. Why do you need me?
I assume for the part where he
Sandar
intercepts.
is a particularly cunning mark. He has installed a signature spoofer which cycles his identifications. It defeats my standard method. I have developed a system which can backtrace a spoofed ID and intuit a connection, but it is not infallible. I cannot be everywhere at once, so I require a partner to cover multiple gates.
Let's get on it then. Where should I be waiting? And what sort of ship is he flying?
It's likely he will pass through the cluster of systems around the Merlin system. Juarez or Thibodeau, perhaps. You should watch the gate to Juarez in Merlin. I'll patrol the other gates. He favors a modified Sandhawk. Be wary. I am broadcasting a code sequence for his likely ID cycle. Contact me if you see him.
Roger, I'm off.
Merlin. Okay. Easy enough. We had to go to Discouragement anyway. I'll tell you what, this guy is no Richter Brust.
Inbound.
And I mean that in the best possible way. I'm a little nervous about that red jump line. Okay, so like I said, let's take this opportunity to take in a little bit of the local flavor. Amalgamated gold, electronics, and nothing else going on around here. A good idea for us to get a vague idea of where things are made and where they might want to be taken. where the things themselves might wish to be taken. Alright, just a couple of easy kills. I mean... yeah, sure, let's do it. We could probably just run from these guys, but... also, it's fun to shoot people. Oh, look at that. Look at that target coloring.
Missile inbound. Missile evaded.
I'm not 100% clear on why we're getting multiple different colored targeting reticles. Like what they mean, you know? Okay, I actually have to be a little bit careful with the power draw from that from that afterburner. And the ship was running away. It looks like it must have turned around by now. Let's let the tachyon gun charge up. We definitely need to up the power. Yeah, like I don't know what the blue reticle versus the orange is.
Missile inbound. Missile evaded.
Maybe it's our two different weapons. The tracers need to be led one distance and the tachyon needs to be led the other. And our last weapon system wasn't letting us know that because it was bad.
No, Lord, no!
I don't think he usually responds to that
that's
that
the
particular
last of
sort
them.
of pleading.
Come to mama.
Really, there were definitely three. Maybe the third one just lit out when he saw what happened to the first one.
Autopilot disengaged by distress signal.
And there have to be some smart pirates, right?
Destination reached.
After a long haul.
All right, so one presumes we will be able to buy cheap gold here,
Rear cabin.
should we need to.
Reconstituted chipped beef and a 3-month.
This is not the thing. I thought we were going to a station.
On the day. An ice cold can of Red Star beer. We take ordinary.
Docking clearance requested.
Yeah, we totally are going to that station. I don't know why it didn't give me a docking prompt until we kind of turned away from it a little bit.
Satisfied.
Alright, what have we here? Will they buy any of my illegal garbage? Well, they'll buy this. Don't want any of my illegal stuff. Nanofibers turns out not super valuable. That's a real shame. Diamonds and gold. Okay. Good to know. They have a Merchant's Guild. Let's check that first. I think we're way more likely to take Merchant's Guild stuff than we are to take normal board stuff. Deliver 16 units of iron ore to the slaughter system, which is just not in the correct direction. Kansas. 7 units of gold ore to Kansas. That's quite a distance for the amount that they're paying. Source just a huge amount of ceramics, like really a lot of ceramics. I think we even know where to get ceramics, maybe, but that's a lot, man. We could do this. 18,000 credits in system. That's pretty fast. I know we got places to be, but and I definitely did refuse to take missions that were basically exactly that thing in the last couple of systems. Listen, man. It is random. It's very arbitrary how I decide which things to take. You gotta reach out with your spirit and feel the mission. And if it feels like it won't be too much of a pain in the ass, then you take it. Also, sometimes I haven't shot anything in like 40 seconds and I start getting an itchy finger. Let's see, that's the jump gate.
I think that's the last of them.
Apparently some pirates just got murdered near the station as we were leaving.
All right, here we go.
Destination reached.
Alright, we gotta do some damage and quickly. Ooh, wow, that actually is a tremendous number of targets. Fly in some fighters I'm not familiar with. Mead. We've seen a Foss or two, I think. Well, alright, I guess we just get in there. Guy's got a bounty on his head. Definitely taking a beating from that other ship.
Missile inbound.
I don't know, a beating might be too strong of a description. We are taking some hits.
Missile inbound.
You'll make such a beautiful orange light when you go.
Honestly,
Up out here. I could use a hand.
These things don't seem as tough as some of the other ships that we've seen around here. Yeah, this one is targeting me. You are gonna have to go.
Gotcha.
Like, these don't feel like they're even as much of a challenge as Helconies are. This is a bad time for a stress beacon. I mean, then again, I'm imagining the person who is sending out the beacon is thinking that same thing.
Got it.
Hostile craft entering the area.
So that's not what I wanted. Let's see, we're being shot at by, ooh, a Barghest. Actually, I have strong feelings about that. That's way more dangerous. Oh no, he's targeting that thing over there. Who is shooting? This one. Okay.
Missile
Jesus.
inbound.
Thing can really move.
Missile inbound.
Yeah, that missile upgrade. That would be really nice to have.
There we go.
Alright, let's try to get rid of these Barghests first. Or next, I suppose. We're a little bit past first.
Oh, you're dead.
Missile inbound.
Curse you.
Yeah, the power draw from our weapons is not very large. Jesus. Ah.
On.
Missile
I broke off the piloting assist there and tried to turn, but it's just not enough. But if we upgrade our power supply, we probably will be able to fly around with power largely diverted to the shields again, which seems like good practice in general.
199.
Yeah. Okay, there we go. Never mind. I was getting frustrated.
Embrace the night.
The targeting computer seemed to be very focused on the enemies I don't care about. We got there eventually.
forward shields down.
Yeah, it was a bad time for all of the tracers to run out of ammo.
Certain death. Salvendo.
Craft entering the area.
Can't get these bastards off my ass. Some neighborly
Yeah, I wonder what,
help
like,
sure
what
would be
happened
appreciated.
to make this huge number of pirates attack this convoy. This is insane. They must be carrying, I don't know, something magical or
Inbound.
the Ark of the Covenant, something. Jesus, I am still getting hammered. There's a Barghest out there. I mean, I'm being targeted by a couple of smaller ships, and maybe it's a good idea to focus on those. But, like, we don't get paid if the convoy doesn't survive, and these things are the things dealing all the real damage.
Missile inbound.
Come on, ECM, pull it off. That was a pretty good shot, if I do say so myself.
Time to make a tactical withdrawal.
I seem to be in a bit of trouble. I sure could use your help.
Yes, I had noticed. Thank you. Okay.
Missile inbound. Missile evaded.
Hey, we're getting there. The cloud of enemies is thinning out slightly.
Long girl today.
Missile inbound.
Oh, come on.
It's a little hard to tell, but I think I think these freighters and stuff haven't really been contributing very much. I think it feels like I'm doing a lot of the work because of how slowly the enemies are dying.
face of this buddy.
It could just be that new ones keep flying in constantly, though. Okay, mission complete.
Beginning attack run.
And then the cops show. So there's still a ton of enemies everywhere. But I guess not important enemies. I think that guy's actually jumping out. Maybe that's why the mission's complete. Maybe the pirates largely gave up. Although clearly not all of them. Maybe the mission is considered complete because the remaining pilots are all just shooting at me instead of the convoy.
Gotcha.
Well, bad news is we definitely gained police reputation there. The good news is also a created human transplants, so that's something. We should probably go to a station. Because I actually took some damage there. I'll tell you what, I'm real glad we upgraded the hull plating.
Destination reached. Craft entering the area.
This is a cool looking station. So they sell electronics here. There are an awful lot of different commodity goods that I would classify as electronics. Maybe they sell all of them? How bad is it?
Safe
Okay.
from the scrap heap, I guess.
Not too bad. I did spend an awful lot of missiles. Do they want to buy any of my illegal stuff? No, they do not. We sure do have a lot of it. Components. Looks like just a little bit of some other stuff. Ooh, wow, they really pay for void around here. Okay, that's definitely worth noting. We're seeing the price at like nearly a historic low. Sometimes it's way more valuable than that. That is very interesting. Alright, show me missions that run me in the correct direction. Find a package, maybe fight Red Devils. Nah, I'm okay. There really aren't too many mercenary guild bases. I feel like we're getting our money's worth out of the thing we paid there. Source 14 units of soy paste for not even that much money. Go save some merchants. Ooh. I mean, that's where we're going. This is just like, that's free money right there. That is the kind of thing I was looking for. Okay. And it's possible people will come for us and try to steal all of our fine ceramics. And if they do, then the job just gets a lot more fun. We did pick up a third crate of human transplants, so we're like almost halfway done after all this time. How many episodes have I had that in my log?
Hope you wrote up a will this morning.
You know what I didn't
Pilot
do?
disengaged by hostiles.
And we probably should in a second here. Ooh, a scroll. Scroll and 2 Bargus. That's actually, without knowing what this is exactly, that's pretty scary. Bargus are considered to be fighters, huh? Alright, let's target these first, try to knock them out quickly. That scroll has explosives on it, and I believe this is the system where we were able to offload that unit of explosives, right? So
You'll die in flames.
Missile inbound. Missile evaded.
okay, some of that swarm launcher got pulled off by the ECM. Not all of it. I am doing a terrible job of aiming right now.
Missile inbound.
Let's get it down to just me and the gunship. Okay. Let's see exactly what they mean by gunship.
Look what wandered into the slaughterhouse.
Honestly, this thing doesn't look that much larger than a Varghest.
That's one.
It does have good rear-facing weapon systems, which is annoying.
Bitch.
Yeah, I don't know. Not that tough. Kind of incredible that units of explosives ever survive
Full.
a liberation of that sort. Yeah, I just have too much garbage in my hull. Let's drop these. We're never going to sell these. Stolen freight's not really worth anything. Okay.
Damn it. Got it.
Alright, back to the other station. I think this is where we sold the explosives, right?
As much as I do, and I've got so much more to show you. This is back.
Autopilot disengaged by distress signal.
I appreciate the enthusiasm of this radio DJ.
Something smoky. What? Old barrel?
He's excited to share all of the weird music that he's into with all of us.
From cold-pressed Groovemax appendages and fermented in a dance.
Juno Markev, looking for a green light on a docking bay.
Alright, let's see here. They do not want my explosives. Well, it's possible that we are going to end up not making a profit on that fight then, because I did spend missiles. Inconvenient. Then again, are not explosions in space their own reward?
That wasn't a racial slur. Old barrel number 7. Some
Destination.
Radio gets a little real these days.
Well, look what we got here. A couple of assholes.
Craft inbound.
Do we? Is that a thing? Religious pirates. Well, at least they're usually carrying legally sellable goods.
Craft inbound.
Oh, right. The afterburner. I can't just run the afterburner forever. You know what I should do? I should figure out... you can definitely toggle your weapon profiles. I should figure out how to turn off the tachyon gun easily, so that we can
Missile inbound.
we can toggle into low power firing mode for times when I want to be using the shields and engines a little bit more. Ooh, that dude had some anomalies. Those are actually valuable.
Missile inbound.
And lo, when I was crippled, he lifted me.
Well, that wasn't so bad.
Maybe you should have asked him to save your ass. Alright. Let's jump out to Thibodeau here and get rid of all of this garbage that is in my hull.
Craft inbound.
Yeah, ain't that always the way. A machine shop, which is where we're dropping off this stuff. There is a pirate base here, Dante's Hideout. We really need to find more sources of pirate rep. I mean, just like jumping people at random in space does give us some pirate reputation.
Hostiles. Hostile craft entering the area.
You know what? I'm just gonna leave. Okay, they're taking this fairly seriously. That said, they have not yet made the weapon system that can defeat the Wiggle. Only run the booster for a limited period of time, even with power diverted to the engines. Alright, you know what? That being the case, we might actually have to fight.
Missile evaded.
Well, I was going to destroy that missile real early, and thus avoid having to worry about it.
TV received.
Until that guy rammed me and screwed everything up. Yeah, so we're getting police rep just defending ourselves here. It really is difficult to keep your bar from constantly climbing toward lawful.
Shit. Well, that went better than expected.
My, a little lost.
Oh my god,
Autopilot
stop.
disengaged by hostiles. Hostile craft inbound. Missile inbound. Bounty received. Hold full.
Yeah, it's too full to pick up. I mean, steel's not really valuable anyway.
Missile inbound.
I'm out.
Forward
Jesus
shields
Christ.
down.
Thing did like a fast 180 in a roll just so it could crash into me. And it feels a little bit unsporting, you know? I'm not saying that we should go calling any tactics off limits or anything. But that's definitely some, like, this is a video game kind of fighting, right? Because in the real world, you would want to survive the encounter.
Forward shields down.
Alright, let's just wait a minute until everything's all the way back up before we jump forward. We took some actual real hits there, partially because of the fact that that guy kept ramming our shields, and partially because of the fact that that guy ramming our shields was stopping us dead in the air, and thus making it much more difficult for us to evade. Alright, that's good enough. We got some
Autopilot
shields.
disengaged by hostiles. Hostile craft inbound. Missile inbound. Missile evaded.
No, this is unacceptable.
Yeah, these meads are not, they're not exactly inspiring terror. I feel like the target scanner should probably prefer hostiles over over cargo if there's still hostiles in the area.
Craft entering the area.
Oh, good. That's good. You know, there's never enough enemies crawling all over me, right? Actually, I think the craft that entered the area was a Commonwealth ship that is shooting at the pirates for us, so that's a nice change of pace.
Damn it!
Screw this, I'm out.
Bounty received.
Seems like some solid thinking, and probably just a little bit too late. Woo!
Come on, Juno.
Prospector.
Juno Markev here. Hope you're having a good one.
The coast is clear and the flying is...
Okay. You know what? Dump this guy. What else do I not really want to be carrying? Because there's some stuff here we might be able to sell. Like, people love Skag. People love Skag and Void. And I will be so happy when we finally reach our destination and can stop getting... Like, what's happening here is we're getting attacked constantly because of the cargo run we're on. Feels to me like they maybe didn't think this through.
Alright, man. And,
Gotcha.
Like, if they want you to have to fight that many times, I don't think that's a problem. I just think it would be cool if they spaced them out a little bit better instead of having it be jump, fight, jump, fight, jump, fight.
Autopilot disengaged by
Oh, this is
hostiles.
gonna be good.
Add another jump fight to the end of that, please. Alright.
Okay, let's do this.
It is kind of weird
Burn you to
that the
Missile inbound.
when you just use the next target functionality on the scanner, that guy did that same thing. When you just use the next target functionality on the scanner, it often, like, seemingly intentionally selects targets that are really far away from you. God, there's so many enemies, Jesus. Alright, well,
beat on him.
we're gonna have to go shields up.
Let's see how this suits me.
Please let that craft inbound be a friendly one. Could really use some friends.
Shields down.
You're dead.
Boy, there's no zoom level between those two, huh? This guy's probably next.
Our shields down.
That is not... It just, like, decided my target lock was invalid or something? Yeah, everything in the area is targeting me. They... Huh. The meats are actually pulling up the dropped cargo.
Shields down. Atoll breached. Port
Yeah.
shields down.
I just got this thing patched up.
We're gonna die here. That's too many fights of too many enemies. Overall, between the four, I think it was four there, the 4 fights that we got stopped at there, that was probably like, that last fight was at least 10 enemies, and I think they were all about that. Even if we had gotten through that and everything was like fine, that's still not an interesting challenge in the in the sense that after a certain number of enemies, it's just tedium.
That always gives me such a splitting headache.
Maybe not all of those were because of the mission. Maybe we got caught by a random one somewhere in there.
Mind-expanding music this side of old.
I mean, the mission is called Cargo Gauntlet, I guess.
Oh, this is gonna be fun.
Hostile craft inbound.
Okay, actually lock the enemy.
Inbound.
This is the end of the road.
It looks to me like that ECM didn't work. Come on, die. There we go. And this whole time our reputation is going all to hell because I have to shoot these pirates. Yeah, we really need that power plant upgrade. I have temporarily actually decreased our ability to run away by buying an afterburner with a higher power draw than we can sustain. Good news is, we haven't actually taken any damage in this fight yet. Maybe we can get through this one without things going all to hell. Okay.
Oh, I was hoping some easy prey.
Let me try
would
something.
buy.
We go all power to the engines.
Hostile craft entering the area.
Okay, yeah, we can in fact maintain this rate. Well, we can maintain this rate for some time. It's not infinite like it used to be, but this should let us just run from fights.
Autopilot disengaged by hostiles. Hostile craft entering the area.
And with all power to the engines, even during the periods where I'm having to lay off and let the afterburners reset, we're still moving at 420, which is a considerable portion of our afterburner speed before.
Autopilot
This ain't gonna
disengaged
go
by
well for
hostiles.
you.
Hostile craft entering the area. Missile inbound.
Yeah, it's too many enemies in total. Too many minutes of fighting.
Craft entering the area. Destination reached.
Little Timmy didn't stick with the guitar.
Docking request received.
We really need to get to the point where we can call on a helper again. Either Richter or the new guy. The new guy seems like he'd probably be an okay fighter.
Objective complete.
I don't know what I'm basing that on him being a robot, I guess. That doesn't really make a lot of sense. Alright, where are we at relative to the cost of a new power plant? Because I'm starting to think that's a more urgent cost than, oof. Boy, that's expensive. It's like really expensive. And this is a fairly large upgrade. Yeah, it lets you bank so much more power. We could get to this pretty easily. Alright, is there something these people want done? Maybe that we could do quickly? Or maybe they want to buy some of my illegal stuff? Oh, hell yes! Look at that! I told you, everybody loves Skag. Okay, well that gets us there. You know, when you can actually sell your illegal goods, running illegal goods is pretty good money. Hell yes. Okay. That is definitely going to help. Also, kind of gets rid of our firing problem. Although we'll have to see what the linked fire time actually looks like when we've got power diverted away from the weapon systems. Secret stash is 25. I mean, the secret stash only holds 2 tons of cargo. So we probably wouldn't even bother getting that. Yeah, alright, we just need a lot more money, it turns out. Ain't that always the way? Sorry, what do they sell here? Some stuff I should be paying attention to. Robot modules, that kind of thing. Oh, they sell stolen freight. That's weird. Okay, robots. Fair enough. I think we've seen some other stations already that do that. Do they have a... Ooh, they have a mercenaries guild too. Let's just check the merchants though, because I want to get headed on to Merlin about as quickly as possible. None of these jobs are in Merlin. That one is in New Mexico, but it's also, man, it's very low paying, and it's going to be a big pain in the ass as far as like us getting constantly attacked while we're in New Mexico. I don't think I want to pick it up. Alright, what about the normal mission board? Anything that takes us in the direction of Merlin? Honestly, I don't know if we can afford to not take things that give pirate reputation. If we're planning to get somewhere on that, we really gotta take it where we can get it. Okay. Go to the Delta Resort, destroy the vault, take the loot, blow up police. Got it. It's a fair amount of pirate rep. Not a lot of money, unfortunately. The last time we tried to dock at a pirate station, were we neutral or lawful? We might have been lawful. It might be the case that we could do it now. Yeah, let's do this mission and then we'll try landing at the pirate station, see if they'll let us. I'm pretty sure we were lawful, because we ended up being lawful for quite a long time there. Through no fault of my own.
And there's the cops.
Autopilot disengaged by hostiles. Craft entering the area.
This is just cops coming right after me, huh? Well, you know what we're here for, right?
This is an act of aggression against a Dodge Sector police force.
Why are there so many ships ramming us constantly all of a sudden? Stupid computer button being right next to the missile button.
Citizen.
Come on.
This is...
Oh.
Alright, so their ships have impressive weapons.
All units in the area.
But they're not actually very tough. Ooh, alright. These are glass cannons. Let's just take a second here, let things recover. Because if we jump right now, it will not restore our shields. If we're doing that, probably if I divert power to the shields, it'll charge them faster. Have to imagine. Yeah, okay, they're back up. Let's do this thing for right now. We'll see how the weapons drain power like this. Okay, so we gotta get into the vault, get the stuff out of the vault, bring the stuff back. Actually, it didn't say bring the stuff back, but I mean, we gotta deliver it somewhere, right? So what are we looking at in terms of police presence? Looks like a handful of troopers. I can't tell. There might be a trooper behind that. Oh no, that line is for the vault itself. Alright, so 3 troopers. Shouldn't be too bad as long as we get the drop on them. Wait until we have this dude at a better angle.
Dodge patrol.
Yeah, that'll do.
Executing a sector sweep.
Boy, he came around out of my ability to shoot missiles at him basically instantly.
Missile inbound.
You've made a serious mistake, citizen.
Damn, I need to lie low.
Hostile craft inbound.
Come on.
Missile inbound.
That's a larger police ship, although it looks like it's pretty much the same deal in terms of it not actually being very tough.
Yeah, you just try
Come on,
and shoot
come on,
this.
come on.
Shields down.
Yeah, I really need this enemy to die so that I can turn around and fight the other one.
Forward shields down. Missile inbound.
Come on, hold together, you rust bucket. Damn.
I am not,
Hostile craft.
not feeling as sanguine here about the plan of
Shields down.
quickly killing the cops and then looting the vault while they're not around.
Down.
I think we're going to have to, first of all, do this again, and secondly, do it by starting with the vault.
Shields down. Aft hull breached. Systems heavily
You've
damaged.
made a serious mistake.
Yeah, at this point, there's no way.
Systems critical. Missile
We're just gonna
inbound.
we're gonna fight cops till they actually kill us here.
Forward shields down. Component destroyed.
All right. Yeah, we're just gonna have to do it with the vault. The reinforcements show up basically instantly. I was hoping we're gonna be able to knock those 3 cops out really quickly because we know that their ships are not very tough. Then hit the vault and then bounce while the other while the reinforcements were still jumping in.
Stay with me a bit, okay?
Okay, I don't know why all of my shields are showing as, first of all, for a second there, taking damage, and now many of them not actually active. Are my port shields ever going to come up? Maybe they're fine, it's just a displayer. There we go.
Well, this just went from bad to worse.
Autopilot disengaged by hostiles. Craft inbound.
I mean, like, the cops know what's up, right?
Beginning a
They know we are
contraband
here to do
scare.
trouble.
Hold steady, citizen.
I'm holding steady in the sense that my resolve is steady. Man, the second you open fire, all of a sudden it's full evasive mode.
You've made a serious mistake, citizen.
Shove that up your tailpipe.
Missile inbound.
You're
Yeah.
done.
So they're fast, they try to stay alive through maneuverability. And they are not afraid to ram you, even though it makes no sense at all for them to ram you. Also, there were only 3 of them last time, right? At this this encounter before the actual thing.
Missile inbound.
The good news is, I don't think they got through the shields.
Red lights all over the board.
Yeah, well, you really don't have anyone to blame but yourself there. Okay.
You enjoy it as much as I do.
I don't think we even took as much damage in total there as we did last time, despite, again, the fact that I think that was more cops than before. Alright, so we just hit the vault and run. And we're pretty good at running. I'm a little nervous about the fact that it's called a secure vault, which makes me think that maybe it's going to take an awful lot of fire to bring it down. wait until we get down to about
Dodge
like
Patrol
4.5.
Here we are initiating.
Maybe we'll just start now.
Scan. Do not deviate from your flight path.
Wanted level increased.
Time for this.
Missile inbound.
All power to the shields.
This is an act of aggression against the Dodge Sector Police Force. It will be met with deadly farce.
Starboard shields down. Mission
Okay.
Blind?
Engines up.
Starboard
A
shields
progenitor shard.
Gotcha.
Alright, hold on a second. What exactly did I have to get? Oh, we already got credit. All I had to do was destroy it. Alright, well then let's
down.
escape.
Missile inbound.
This is where we're going. This is not great. Not a great time for the power plant to run dry.
Down.
Come on, come on, come on. These police ships are fast too.
Power shields down.
Alright, we're going. All power to the engines. Okay.
Autopilot disengaged by distress signal. Autopilot disengaged by craft proximity.
Nope,
Destination
autopilot
reached.
not disengaged, it turns out. Just not at all.
That's a really dang
Ooh.
good track, folks.
Alright.
Stick around.
Let's
There's a whole
go
lot
all power to the
more on
shields.
way.
Let them regenerate, and then we're gonna try jumping in the direction of that pirate. You know what we might want to do is go back to the Independence Station to checkpoint again, then try going to the pirate station. After entering the area, huh? Trader with some stuff that's fairly valuable.
Well, friends, my lawyer advised me not to answer that. That's right, Jimmy McKinnon feigns ignorance and passes the savings on to you.
Come on, man, it takes forever for these good shields to come back up.
Why don't you come on down and tell them Jimmy sent you?
Sorry about this, but a girl's gotta eat.
Fine, I'm ejecting my cargo. Just back off.
Craft inbound.
Got it.
That was honestly way more about the reputation than it was about the cargo. Another craft inbound, huh? Oh, look at that. I mean, that's a lot of stuff. None of it's actually valuable. Components are sort of kind of valuable. Sure. Let's go commit a little bit more robbery here. The word robbery just completely fell out of my head for a minute there. This is good heisted music.
Sorry about this, but a girl's gotta eat.
No way. I worked hard for this, and I'll fight for it.
Craft inbound.
Just change which side of the ship we're on here.
All over.
You know, his turrets were placed so that at least, like, one of them was going to be able to fire pretty much all of the time. It's a little bit better than a lot of these cargo haulers that we've seen.
Come to mama.
Yeah, that was okay. That was worth something. Okay, that one's hostile. Oh, more ships coming in constantly. Man, you really can just sit at the warp gate and jump people. This ship has some valuable stuff. Also, it kind of has a face on it. Like, you see, there's the mouth right there. So that's weird. That's a weird design.
Ain't all Robin Hoods out here. Mostly just hoods.
Here, take it. Just let me be.
Pretty smart. You too.
Sorry about this, but a girl's gotta eat.
Fine. I'm ejecting my cargo now. Just back off.
Craft inbound.
You know, to be fair, they probably saw what happened to the other guys. Can't remember if robot warriors are valuable or not. I mean, they almost have to be, right? do wish we could speed up the process of tractoring all the cargo in. Probably gonna end up dropping, yeah, I was about to say, probably gonna end up dropping a bunch of this. Alright, hold on a second. What else did I have him kick out here? We should probably get the gold ore. So let me drop something, probably some steel. Yeah, by a large margin, the least valuable thing.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Full.
Now let's head back to here. It probably, damn it, soy paste, get out of my way. It probably does not make a lot of sense to try to sell the robots here.
Autopilot disengaged by distress signal.
Let's not mix it up. Because they make robots here, right? So probably the buy prices will be, or the my sell price will be pretty bad. But we can just run these out somewhere else. Mostly we're here to create a checkpoint just in case the pirate station does blow us up as we attempt to approach it, because it totally could. Alright, what's the damage look like?
Well,
very bad, in fact. Like, very bad. Alright, this stuff, yeah, I mean, that's all fine. Ceramics are actually very high value. The progenitor shard, also pretty high value. Yeah, these are under market. And they're not that under market. I'm just gonna go ahead and offload them. Just clear the space. Well, we paid off the repairs at least. Let's go say hey to those pirates. How are we doing on reputation? Man, all of that piracy moved the thing from like here to there. We also have a pirate star right now. I can't imagine that Jesus. I can't imagine that factors in. But we have it, just in case. It'd be cool if we could do this while that's still the case. There we go. Finally.
Destination reached.
Wow, that's a very stereotypically bad guy looking world. Okay, nope, we're definitely, definitely taking a small amount of fire from this destroyer over here. Yeah, and it's all showing red. Okay. You have to, if it's ever the case that you can land at those, you have to actually be in the pirate part of the bar, I guess.
Destination reached.
Well, we'll get there eventually. We keep jumping people at jump gates. Who knows, maybe it won't even take very long. Wait, Louisiana. Louisiana's the wrong direction. We have too many missions pulling us in too many different directions here. We wanted the other jump gate.
Craft inbound. Craft entering the area.
And it's almost like it wants me to rob them all. We should at least take a look, right? That stuff's not valuable for me to steer off. Not valuable enough, rather, for me to steer off. Oh hey, I just realized how long I've been recording for. This game is a very compelling moment-to-moment experience, in my opinion.
Gonna shake itself apart.
The infamous pirate Xavier Pezal has been sighted in system. Man, I don't want to fight infamous pirates. I want to be friends with infamous pirates. Well, I guess we're headed down to a seedy pawn shop. You know, that sounds like exactly the kind of place where a person could offload a bunch of goods of questionable provenance.
Let's put some more marks on the kill board.
Let's not do that. Let us, instead of that, just fly to the place that I was going.
Missile inbound. Missile evaded.
My guess is we're not even going to need to do the wiggle. By the time that ship turns around, it's already going to be too late to catch us.
Autopilot disengaged by distress signal. Destination reached.
Ooh, we're really coming at him, huh?
Clearance granted. You are now entering an automatic landing zone.
Probably for the best for everybody, really. Okay, let's see what they will buy here. Well, counterfeit goods. Makes sense. They sell an awful lot of stolen freight, and then also alien fossils considerably below market. We might be able to make a pretty decent profit on these if we could even just get them back to someplace where they're near market value. I'm gonna buy them. It's a little bit of speculation here. Alright, we're not going anywhere. We're not going to do anything after this, but I am just curious what the mission board here looks like. Ooh, contraband crasher. That's a lot of money. Low risk delivery. We gotta make it all the way out to the Gore system, which is just extremely far away. It is only 5 units of freight. Like, it's not gonna take up a ton of space in the hold, and it's a lot of money. It's really out of the way, though. I don't know. I'll think about it. For right now, let's just go ahead and call it here. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all are enjoying my adventures of sometimes like a little bit mild incompetence in space as much as I am. Come back next time tomorrow to see us hopefully make a new friend that can have us wipe in Richter's number from our phone. And we'll see you then.